Hi guys, Dirk D'Souza from Coventry North Jaguar Land Rover, and today I want to introduce you to the brand new Discovery 2024 Discovery Sport, or as we like to call it, the Baby Disco. This is the entry level into the brand, the Land Rover brand, but you do not feel at any point in time that you've actually missed out on any luxury items. The car is kitted out and has the best of the best in the car for the price bracket. It's a phenomenal car, great family vehicle. And let me show you more. First thing we have is we have got approach, lock, and unlock. If you noticed, I didn't take the key out, I didn't touch anything, and the doors automatically open. I can just get into the car at any point in time. Now, great safety feature. You're parked in an underground parking lot, you're worried about your safety, walk up to the car, get into the vehicle, in you go, start the car, and off you go. We look into the inside of the car. You've got luxury materials where you need them. So you have the full leather clad upholstery, leather steering wheel, and you have this very hard wearing, hard edge plastic. It's still soft, but it actually looks like it could last 10 years without fading or without ripping or without having anything happen to it. And they've done that on purpose. Plus you can also clearly, with water and soap, clean this up, and you don't need any special chemicals. You still get, on this car, memory seats that actually looks after your seat control, your steering, and your mirrors out there. If we step into the back of the vehicle, you've got almost 90 degrees to get yourself into the car. If you have a baby seat or something in the nature you want to put in the vehicle, lots and lots of room to pile in here. This car can be, right in this configuration, is a 5-seater, so you've got 3 plus 2. We can also have this car with 2 extra seats in the back, and we'll show you that one later. It's known as a 5 plus 2. So great family car. Is able to actually look after anything the average family will throw at it. Kids, hockey bags, dance equipment, skates, sticks, skis, you name it, this car will do it. And new for 2024, with the Dynamic SE package, you actually have a 2-tone vehicle. So you've got the base color on the bottom, these beautiful 20-inch wheels, but you've also got a black top. Let's walk up to the front. We're going to go under the hood, which is one of the places you'd probably never have to get to if you're in a Land Rover, but I'll show you. Got a hood strut in there, so you actually have the hood pop up very easily. Things that you need to know inside here: your dipstick, oil, your water levels right there, and your windshield washer. They put it actually really nicely and close to the edge here, so you don't have to worry about all of that, and it's right up here. All these cars have to have a minimum weighting depth, because in order to wear this emblem here, it has to be a Land Rover. So they've taken the actual breathing apparatus of the car, the air intake, and it doesn't come in from here or here. It actually gets sucked in from the top of the car, and the vents are on the hood itself. So you could traverse water up to about that level and you'd be fine. This is a Land Rover. This is going to take you where you need to go and not have to worry about it. Even looking at the key, all the keys for every single Land Rover are the same. You're not getting compromised on quality. It is the same key from here all the way up to the Halo Range Rover. Ever been to a campground or campsite and you guys have the car parked and you can't see where you're going and you need to get to where you are? Check this out. Or a parking lot, you need to find your car. Click that, and away we go. Our lights pop right on. If you're talking about safety and you want a car that has the equipment to make sure you're good to go, you've got a bunch of safety sensors all over the car. You have cameras on the side, sensors up at the front, all the way around, in the front, and across the side of the car to make sure that your vision, your view, and what you have and any obstacles, you'll be able to avoid them. Best way to stop an accident is to avoid it altogether, and you've got everything in this car to make sure you can. As you step into this lovely leather clad interior, you'll see the design language is carried over. Minimalistic, very luxurious view. It hasn't been machine gunned with buttons everywhere. Everything is taken care of through this infotainment system that takes care of your climate control, your 4-wheel drive transfer case, your cameras, anything that you would need to know, as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let me show you one of the really cool features on this car, the cameras and the camera angles. It's fantastic. We hit that and you get to see exactly where the car is. You have a full 360 view of the vehicle here in 3 dimensions, and I can actually turn it to different angles so I need to see the car from different angles. I can spin it all the way around, walk up to the front and see the front of the car, so you know exactly what's happening. And this is real time, because watch, we're actually here, that's the driver's side door. As soon as I open it, it lets me know my door's open. I close the door, it knows I've closed the door. If I put the lights on, it actually lets me know the lights are on. So this is a complete 360 view, and we've got your front view pulling out of an intersection. You get to see your sides and the front of the car, or backing up. We know exactly what we're looking at when we back up. Got a lot of trees right now because we've put the Land Rover in its natural environment. Tarmac, which would be where you'd be, or off-road. This car can do it all. Should you be met with inclement weather conditions and you need the car to react to what you have out there, this Land Rover actually has, just like the other ones, all the features that the other bigger boys have. You've got them in here to look after you. Watch this. We're going to go into the trail modes, depending on what terrain you have, and that's where we are. And you've got, right now we're in comfort. I can set it to automatic so the car will do whatever it needs to do to get you to where you need to be, or you can tell it, I'm in grass, gravel, or snow. I'm in mud and ruts, or I'm in sand. Each one of these programs will change and configure the throttle response, the steering, and the brakes, together with the transmission, which is all electronic, to figure out exactly what the car needs to do to get out of where it is. Plus, you've also got the information that will be told to you on the screen as to what's happening to the car. You've got your pitch angle, your fore and aft angle, as well as your altitude and what bearing you're at, and this will let you know exactly what the wheels are doing at any point in time. Moving to the steering wheel, your controls are set up and divided into two separate sections. Your speed and your cameras on this side, so you actually got your dynamic cruise control here, as well as your heated steering wheel. Yes, this has a heated steering wheel. And your music and phone infotainment's on this side. You've got a completely interactive display, so I can change how the display looks by a touch of the button and personalize it to exactly how I want to have it. Let me introduce you to the back of the Discovery Sport. Attention to detail. When you have a defroster on, it actually follows the curvature off the wiper, so you get to wipe the snow and the ice right off in one clear sweep. The wiper arm, as well as the front of them, nozzle is actually heated, so it never freezes up in the winter. This car can be had with an activity key, and if you're busy, the type of person that likes outdoor sports in the middle of winter or in the summer, kayaking, snowboarding, skiing, and you don't want to damage your keys, you can lock your keys in the car. You have a waterproof band that you wear, and you activate it right there and unlock and lock the vehicle. Coupled with that, we've even thought of the little backup camera here. We have a heated nozzle that will actually spray out and clean that camera when you need to have it cleaned. Look at this cavernous cave that you can put all kinds of things into. This is your family car that will fit everything right into the trunk. We have additional storage in there, space-saving tire, and you've got your toolkit, your tools that are out there, and you got little cubbies that you can put stuff in there. Coupled with that, you've got tie-down hooks that you can bungee cord whatever you need to in the back of this vehicle. The power close is right there. That is also height adjustable. Right then, so what's it like to drive the Land Rover Discovery Sport? Well, it's a tight wheelbase, smaller wheelbase than the bigger brothers, so it's actually very easy to maneuver. Visibility is excellent because you actually get a very high up, and that's part of the four-wheel drive nature of the car, the off-road nature of the vehicle. You have to be sitting on the car so you can actually see the four corners when you are off-road. So the visibility is excellent. The mirrors are very, very large. Your blind spots are virtually non-existent. Or they're very small. The car handles, for its size and for what it can do and what it can carry, handles very well. And the engine, the P250 250 horsepower unit, is actually just enough to move the car to where it has to go in your urban commute. Coupled with the fuel economy the car gives you, being a 250 and not a 300 or 400, the car is actually very, very comfortable. One thing I will say, driving this vehicle, is the cabin is extremely quiet for a car in this price bracket. You don't get a lot of wind noise, you just get a little bit of the engine intrusion when you're accelerating, but at about 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, you can have a very comfortable conversation inside the car without having to shout out. It's actually done very well. And that goes back to the fact that the chassis and the frame of the vehicle is extremely strong and rigid because they have to bolt on all the four-wheel drive gubbins onto the car. A lot of people would argue that they're never going to use that or never going to use the capabilities of the car, but the upbeat or the positive side of that is that you get an extremely strong frame and cage that you and your family are going to be in should you have the unfortunate event of meeting with an accident or somebody actually coming in and crashing into you. This car has to pass the NCAP ratings, which are in Europe, as opposed to the American standards for crash regulation. And the reason the NCAP is slightly higher is because the speeds in Europe are a lot higher than they are here. You've got 4 jet streams that actually come in here and clean them, and they are heated for the winter time, so you never have to worry about them icing or freezing up. Coupled with that, we are one of the only manufacturers at this level. You know, when you're moving up to Aston Martin DBX, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Bentley Bentayga, and now the new Purosangue, where they actually have a heated windshield. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this windshield in the front of this car is heated. So in the middle of winter, when it's minus 4,687 degrees outside, and you've got the snow and the ice foaming on your glass, you hit a button and it merely melts all that off. You wipe it and you keep going. Fantastic idea. It's one of those must-haves, and having spent 8 years in the brand, it is something I would never ever be able to do without. It's such a phenomenal thing to have in the middle of winter. So if you're looking to get into the brand and you're looking to get into a very capable SUV that will look after anything your family needs, come up and see us. Coffee North Jaguar Land Rover, 407 Western Road.